Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Moonlit Dragon Creations. In this video, I'll be going over the steps I took to finish up this triquetra box. This video is not really a tutorial, I'm just more so sharing my process, but I do have channels linked in the description below that have helped me grow and inspire me on my journey. That being said, if this is a type of content that you like, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and like this video. It helps me out so much, especially with me just now getting started. And a quick disclaimer, the camera is a bit shaky during my creation process, but that won't be a problem going forward as I now have a proper camera stand. All right, so thank you guys so much for showing up, and let's look at the process. Thank you. All right guys, first things first. When working with these boxes, I always like to dismantle them before I start crafting. This means removing the hinges and clasp. It always makes things easier to handle and maneuver during the process. One important tip I have is to have a safe space to store your screws and hardware. It will save you so much time and frustration when it comes to reassembling the piece. Now that the hardware is off, I'm giving the box a light sanding. This helps to smooth out the surface, which is really important for pyrography, and it also helps with staining and applying the finish later on. You don't need to go too hard here, just enough to take off any rough spots or splinters. It makes a huge difference in getting clean, crisp lines when you burn in your design. With all the prep finished, it's finally time to burn. As I work, I like to meditate on what the symbol means. Focusing my thoughts while I burn helps me to put that energy directly into the piece. Like I mentioned earlier, these videos aren't really tutorials. They're more about showing my process and the work that goes into each item. That said, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And if you have any advice, I'm always excited and grateful to learn something new. That goes for every step of the process, not just my wood burning too. So any suggestions is greatly appreciated. And just a quick heads up, I know the camera's a bit unsteady while I was shading. I have a new camera stand now, so I'm hoping that that will be much better going forward. Now that the burning's done, it's time to stain and add a clear coat to the box. This part always makes me a little nervous because you just really never know how the wood's going to react to the stain. But once it does dry, I move on to sealing it. I'm using a polyacrylic finish to protect the wood and the design without taking away from the detail. For this box, I used the Gunsmoke Wood Stain by Minwax and sealed it with polyacrylic crystal clear coat by Minwax as well. And you can usually find these at either a local craft or hardware store. We're almost there. The stain and clear coat have dried, and now I'm reassembling the box and adding the corners and feet. This is where that tip about keeping your screws and parts in a safe place really comes in handy, especially if you're like me and your patience is starting to wear a little thin by this point. Both the corners and feet are from the Woodpile brand, and I picked them up at my local craft store. I always feel like these little details really bring out the personality and beauty of each piece. If you're interested in purchasing this box or something like it, my Etsy store is linked below. And thank you again so much for being here and watching. This is my first long video with a voiceover, so I know I have plenty of room to grow, and I promise the next video will not be so shaky. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're staying safe and having a blessed day or night.